Hi everyone, in today's video I'd like to talk about the influence of Meshuggah and ideas of atonal solos. Let's roll! Meshuggah is one of the most influential heavy metal bands today, and you could argue that because of them, a whole new guitar industry pocket has emerged, with manufacturers starting to make extended range guitars that extend beyond 7 strings into 8 strings, 9 strings, with tunings as low as F sharp or even lower than F sharp. Today, I'm going to discuss a little bit about the concept of atonal solos within the context of Meshuggah's music, and in particular, Frederick Thorndel's soloing approach and methods. Based on what I've heard from Meshuggah songs, the solos are generally, I would say, almost unmelodic. There's a mechanical feel to it. The solos sound a little bit like glitchy computer sounds or machines, and a lot of that, I think, has to do with the context of the solos. So the rhythm section that is behind the solos provide that context. And Meshuggah's music is very heavily based in polyrhythms. They have a lot of chop 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 style riffs, but at the same time he has complex timings, even though the backbeat is almost always 4/4. So that's a whole other interesting study for another time. But in terms of atonal solos, we are looking at playing notes that are, perhaps to me, it's more of an intervals based approach instead of maybe a pentatonic scale based approach like we would play in blues and rock, and also a little bit of modal approach like Miles Davis used to do, whereby for instance, if I were to play in the key of B, I might start on the 6th note of the B major scale to give it a more modal feel. So these are some of the ideas that I thought could be explored further. And if you feel like you're becoming monotonous in your solo playing, if you feel that you've been playing the same blues licks over and over again, starting to sound like other artists you like, perhaps this is one approach that you can consider. And the sound that comes out of it is interesting, but it depends on the context. I don't think an atonal solo would sound very good on a pop song or a funk song. That might be a little bit out of context, but within the right context like jazz or jazz fusion, or in the case of Meshuggah heavy metal, I think it can make for some very interesting ideas. So today I will explore that idea and playing a little bit of unconventional approach for my own playing. I'll try to get out of the box and introduce some intervals into my playing, and I'll be doing it on the PRS Mark Holcomb 7-string, wonderful 7-string. Perhaps I'll make another video about it and how far the SE series guitars have come since their inception. So like and subscribe if you like what you see. Leave a comment to further our discussion. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.